I bought tickets a month and a half
Did
ago.
you really?
This Thursday is my Christmas, and I don't even know what to do with myself.
You can't even imagine the
my gosh.
excitement that is surrounding this movie. And as someone who I remember the original one and thinking, actually, this outfit is ode to Star Wars.
The original.
The original, yeah.
Let's see.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, when he was on the speeder bike.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. So anyway, welcome in. This is Brett Hamilton.
Hello
he is
there.
one of our electronic experts, but also
Taking
a
a
Star
detour.
Wars geek.
I'm proud of it, too. Since I was
We all
this
are.
big. Yep.
Seriously, it was a game changer in terms of movies. And now we are offering you the opportunity to pick up on the tapestries, the woven Star Wars tapestries. They're only $29.98. So they're wonderful wall hangings. You can also use them as blankets. What a great gift to anybody who is anticipating the kickoff of this next Star Wars in the trilogy. This is your choice of the Episode 7 Invasion.
Yep.
And that has the new
This is
nemesis.
Kylo Ren. He's the new bad guy, and
The new
nobody
bad
really knows
guy.
much about him. A lot of theories about who's underneath that mask, and I guess we'll find out this
We'll
weekend.
find out, and then of course the new stormtroopers.
Yep.
Then in here we have one of the originals. I mean, Darth Vader, probably the most recognized character
One of the most famous bad guys ever, right?
ever, and the voice of James Earl Jones, which will forever resonate with us. That raspy, that sound of his voice was phenomenal. And then your last choice is the Episode 7 Imperial. All of the stormtroopers, and again, redesigned stormtroopers. These guys, they scared me to death.
Yeah.
In the
Ruthless.
original, they were just ruthless.
Yeah, so when we look at the old and the new and all these worlds coming together, and I flash back to 1977 and thinking about getting the chance to see the original Star Wars in theaters before VHS, before Blu-ray, and seeing that nobody had any idea.
Right.
George Lucas made this little movie, and boom, it exploded. And by the time Christmas came out this year, they weren't ready. They weren't ready for the marketing and the toys and all that other stuff. So now flash back and then flash ahead, right? Flash ahead to now, and finally Episode 7 coming along. Well, Darth Vader is not part of it, but if you're a Star Wars fan like I am, he's always going to be part of the franchise.
Will always represent,
of course,
Star Wars, the original trilogies.
Yep.
This is the most limited choice, by the way, and I have to say, in terms of the way these are done, tapestries or a kind of a jacquard woven blanket. It has so much details. They are, if you can imagine, like a 1080p detailed pixel.
That's a great way to
with
put it.
the way
Yeah,
that
I
this
like
is
that.
done, and you can see all the shadowing with different colors. Actually, when you look at the fringe in a tapestry, that's where you can see how many colors are actually utilized to make this come to life. So all of these colors are what is woven to create this amazing blanket. Incredibly soft, 100% polyester, machine wash, so the kids can snuggle with it. You can put it on the floor for game night when you're sitting and watching the movie.
Or if you're a geek like me, you can hang it on the wall. Right? Look, and big enough too that it could be a wall decoration.
It
I'm not
could.
that tall, but I can disappear behind it.
It's cool.
But yeah, I mean, you could throw this over a couch, and certainly for a dorm room, or listen, for a collector. And even if they're not a collector, even for the kids, once they see this movie, now they're going to go back and live it the way we did and try to collect all this
and you know
stuff.
what's really cool about this whole thing is we are uniting generations, because to us, Star Wars was that epic, film. I mean, I was in high school at the time. And for our kids, they're not as like, oh, Star Wars, yeah, okay. They might have seen some of the later ones, but to see the original and then see what's going to happen on Thursday is just incredible. So we're kind of bringing
all those
through the
generations
movie
together.
all these generations together. So just again, that is the original Darth Vader. Here are the new stormtroopers. And again, when you look at this, you can see the depth of that army, the shading that is done to make it look like just the monster army of stormtroopers. And the detail on this is incredible. Every one of them, of course, has the Star Wars, The Force Awakens, also embossed, or I should say knitted or woven into the blanket, and that will be on the bottom of the Stormtrooper blanket. But it's just a cool item to have for the holidays.
Yeah. And so much mystery behind this movie, too. J.J. Abrams has done an amazing job of being able to keep it a secret. And this day and age where everything's online, everything is instant. As soon as you hear a rumor, it's there for everybody to see. There are no leaks. So whoever saw it last night has a much better idea. But I think the biggest mystery in the whole entire movie is who is this guy? Who's the new bad guy? And what's interesting is that Mark Hamill's character, Luke Skywalker, hasn't been in any of the trailers. He hasn't been in any of the teasers. He hasn't been in any of the promotional stuff. What does he have to do with any of this? Who knows?
I mean, we know that Darth Vader was Luke's
but
father.
where does he fit into all this, and who is this guy?
Since we haven't seen Luke, could it?
I'm not starting any
I don't
rumors, 'cause there
know.
are plenty out there already.
Oh my gosh. Are you excited? Now, chances are if
really
you don't
am.
already have a ticket for Thursday, you're not going to get to see it, but just make sure you get to see it as soon as you possibly can.
So nobody
Brett
spoils it
is
for
going to
you.
be back. We've got some plush, some talking plush from the Star Wars collection, as well as a really cool RC car.
Yeah, very cool.
So that'll be coming up. And this is V33858. The 5 easy payments goes away at the end of the day on this one, so please take advantage of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you soon.
Nancy's up next.
I am going to take a tiny bit of my coffee because I can drink a little of my coffee while I'm holding my phone. Isn't that awesome? I love this thing. It's called an